Chris, with that in mind, nothing in the tropics right now. No
No,
storms headed our way.
there is nothing in the tropics. We're looking at maybe something in the next couple of weeks, but that's still way too far out. And we had an update from Colorado State's forecast for the season. They're trending down for the rest of the season.
Great news.
All good news tonight. Let's take a look. Continuing heat, though, well, that's just expected in July. We're under clear skies now. Temperature-wise, not too bad. It's 78 now. The humidity is at 93% with a dew point of 76. So temperature's probably not going to drop a great deal more than they are at the moment. And we are in the 70s on both sides of the lake, still sitting at 80 degrees at lakefront and 83 degrees right now in Grand Isle. Our thunderstorms from earlier in the day wrapped up by about 4 o'clock, and by 5 we were almost completely dry, and then the clouds were already clearing out at that point. Now we're under clear skies and rainfall. We are rain free at the moment. Now they'll probably get started early in the day, but that's not a bad thing because it does kind of prevent our temperatures by the mid-afternoon from getting into the 90s, or if nothing else, we hit 90 and then see kind of a temperature drop before the worst part of the day in terms of heat. Scattered storms will still be with us through Friday. Brief isolated downpours are certainly possible. We've seen some brief heavy rain. If they're not over the city or overpopulated areas, not too big of a deal. They are going to be a little bit more limited rainfall-wise this weekend, and more so as we head into next week. What really has been kicking off more than just our normal rain chances has been the upper pattern. We had an upper low that scooted across the Gulf, was really apparent yesterday and the day before, but today it's a little bit weaker. It's kind of been absorbed by this upper trough that has deepened across the deep south. And this instability that we're showing you here on our computer model is indicating where there are areas for more lift in the atmosphere, more scattered thunderstorms. That will continue into Friday, a little bit more limited this weekend, and then by early next week, a building high means any of that instability moves around us, and underneath the high, temperatures start to climb, and we're in the more mid to even upper 90s. So next several days a little wetter than average, and then we start drying out, and perfect timing for the weekend, but looks like we'll continue with fairly dry conditions even going well into next week. So at the moment we are dry, and we'll probably get those showers started early in the day, which again, not a bad thing if we can kind of get the showers and thunderstorms going even before noon. And certainly after the noon hours when we get a lot more rainfall with a bit more daytime heating, and then a lot of that comes to an end by late afternoon and evening, and kind of likely to see a repeat on Friday with that early morning shower activity firing up and more midday and afternoon showers before they all come to an end by the evening. As I mentioned, we did see a decrease in the forecast from Colorado State. Their new numbers as of today: 16, 8, and 3. 16 named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 3 of those major. That is only down by 1 in each of the categories from their June forecast, and that still places us, though, slightly above average. And you'll notice even their official forecast as of this actually goes back to April and June. They had the same numbers. They were thinking that we would be close to or just above average, not expecting a hyperactive season with 20 plus named storms, but certainly maybe a little bit more than average. Now, over the next 7 days, we are not expecting any tropical development. Beyond the 7-day forecast is where the models are trying to sniff out maybe some activity. It could be just an area of Gulf moisture with no development. Right now, though, we're giving it kind of a 20% chance, so low-end chance of development in the dates between July 16th and toward the 22nd. Again, far from anything certain, just an area that the Climate Prediction Center is highlighting. The Climate Prediction Center, these folks actually issue forecasts that go beyond the Hurricane Center's forecast, which just goes out 7 days. So this is kind of where models may be hinting at something trying to form. And again, we're still a good distance away from that time-wise. Lots of time to watch it. 50 to 60% chance of rain as we continue through the end of the week. That rain chance starts to decrease into the weekend. Hot and mostly dry. Can't rule out a few stray showers next week.